Hi, my name is Emmanuel Kamali, and I believe that African Americans should get reparations. Before I begin, I would like to take the moment to say thank you to the judges and other staff that allowed this debate tournament to happen. I believe that this is very beneficial for the learning development of every man, woman, and child. As we discuss the reasons that African Americans should receive reparations, we first have to discuss their background. From our initial Declaration of Freedom from England, African Americans were used as slaves. Even after Bacon's Rebellion occurred, they were considered property, even more so after it happened. They were part of the transatlantic slave trade, slavery, sexual slavery, genocide, colonialism, apartheid, disenfranchisement, and the multiple other forms of racial discrimination and exploitation. Throughout all of American history, we hear stories about how Africans are always being mistreated. Even in the 21st century, we still have problems where government officials are accused of murdering young African Americans because of previous identities associated with African Americans. Just to add those up, that comes out to somewhere of 400 years of poor torture and mistreatment. My argument will begin with the far most appealing piece of evidence that I have found. After the bombing of Japan's mainland and the violation of natural rights of majority Japanese American woman and child, the United States of America issued the Civil Liberties Act of 1988, which paid reparations to the Japanese American. A brief overview of Japanese mistreatment was an act of war declared on Japan during World War II by the United States of America, which was the result of ending the mass destruction and killing of every young soldier. Along with that, Japanese living in America spent time in USA concentration camps due to heightened idea that there was a strong presence of Japanese spies within the U.S. society. By no means should these actions of USA be taken lightly, but the hardship that the Japanese Americans endured relative to African Americans was somewhere around 40 years. Along with Japanese Americans, Native Americans also received reparations as well. The reasons I bring these two, of many, situations up is because I want to clarify that the idea of reparations to certain people is not a foreign one. It can be done. But before we can give reparations, we also have to understand the economic benefits. For centuries, young African Americans have been hurt from the unfair treatment that has been given to them. As families give birth, stories are passed down from older generations to younger. By this transaction of information, we have generations of unsatisfied young African Americans that seek out ways of redemption. This also leads to crimes and deviant behavior. In the Journal of African American History, V.P. Franklin states the issues that I spoke about above. The journal emphasizes how reparations to African Americans can help the retention rate of African Americans in schools, as well as lessen the struggle that African Americans face when living in a society that contains racist systems. This in turn can help the United States help fix a group of people that they helped destroy. Along with paying reparations directly to African Americans, the U.S. can directly fund areas of greater African American population in terms of public schooling, mortgage subsidies, food stamps, better healthcare systems, and the list goes on. But this proves to be an issue that can be resolved in many ways. Thank you.